Hey friends, I'm Chris. I get to be part of the Kids Club team here at the Mighty Oak, and this is the beginning of your OI for, what's this week?
January 11th.
January 11th. Comes from my good friend Leslie. Wanted to give you guys an update, and there will be some other updates right after me, on Martin's Dream. Again, we're hosting the Children's Theater's touring company. They're bringing an artist in named DeAndre Means. He's a wonderful Martin Luther King Jr. impersonator. He's doing a one-man show in Crossroads, Oakley, in the student section after Sunday services at 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. on Sunday, the 21st. So that's coming up in just a little bit. We're asking Undivided and some Kids Club and FI folks to volunteer specifically for that. And the comms team has made an amazing events page on Facebook. If you're part of the Oakley community, and you are part of the Oakley community, please go ahead and find it. It's called Martin's Dream, and it's got some really nice branding and everything. Go ahead and just say that you're interested in that event and then share that thing. That's going to be kind of our way to have people RSVP so that we get an idea of like which showtime people are coming to. If you'd like to help pull that event off, just email me. And we'll get you plugged in. I think that's the main update on Martin's Dream, but it's happening. It's going to be sweet. Undivided tie-in and everything. It's going to be really good for the Mighty Oak. Are you next?
I guess I'm next.
All right.
Hey. All right, hey everybody. I'm Leslie. If we haven't met, actually, we should have all met because we're all Oakley here. But just in case. So just quick update on Super Bowl. My goal in these is just to give you information as I'm hearing it. So they may not be fully baked ideas or complete 100% things that we're planning on, but I want to update you as quickly and as soon as possible so that we can be preparing as best as we can. So just an overview of Super Bowl coming up on February 3rd and 4th. On Saturday, we're going to be having a 3, 5, and 7 o'clock service. On Sunday, 8:30, 10:30, 12:30. They are all live services. So we will have live teaching, live experience all weekend here in Oakley. That also looks like having Brian and Chuck, as well as 2 team members, Allie and Paco, speaking as well. So we have 4 speakers this year. Plus some of our campus pastors from some of our sites are going to be coming back and reprising some roles that we've seen in the past years, like Greg and Mark doing commentators and having Jamie Sims as a sideline reporter and some other things like that. Not every campus pastor will be here, but we do have some representation from the sites and kind of harping back to, if you've been around for a couple years, what we did maybe 2 years ago in the general layout. Other thing to know is that it's going to be about a 75 to 80 minute service. We do have 2 hours from service to service, so we should be fine on timing and for overflow and that kind of thing, but just letting you know, especially for Kids Club, that it is going to be an extended service and want to make sure that people are prepared for that. And then just a quick outline of what we're thinking the service is going to look like. We'll have atrium experience and a sports bar happening in the students section. So great overflow, great experience as people are kind of milling around getting ready for service. We'll have a countdown that will count people into when the service starts, starting off with a big performance song. Last year we did Blur, something along those lines. It was just like a kick in your teeth, awesome big opener, and then we'll have a welcome from, in Oakley, it'll be probably one of our commentators or our sideline reporter, and then we'll have our first half of teaching from our 2 teams. Halftime is going to go back to being popular songs from the last year or 2. One of the songs is, we have some Bruno Mars, some Pink, some Justin Timberlake, who's performing this year at halftime, so very up-to-date, fun stuff that's going to be happening for halftime. As of right now, I don't know of any interactive pieces that we need to be preparing for. It seems pretty straightforward, but just fun, energetic music that's going to be being performed. We'll go into offering and then the second half of the game with our teaching from our 2 teams and then a dismissal. So no big surprises in that, but wanted to give you the heads up that this is what's coming up, and as I hear more, I'll let you guys know.
Thanks, Leslie. And I'll take it off with the rest of it. So all of you know that we had an incredible weekend at Eastside, and almost 8,000 people were there, tons of new kids there. We also have a ton of new families that are coming to Crossroads, and I just want to let you know that if you have kids and you're on staff, we'd love for you to avoid 4:30 and 11:45 at bringing your kids. Please find 6:15, 8:30, or 10:05 as a service to come to and bring your children. Or, even better, if you have the ability and opportunity for you and your spouse to help us in serving at 4:30 or 11:45 at Oakley in Kids Club, or at the last service for the parking team, we actually really do need your help. We have a lot more people, which we are excited about, that chose to go to Eastside, which is closer to their home, but it leaves us in a little bit of a gap for welcoming all of our new guests, and we want them to be able to come back. So please let those teams know if you're able to help this weekend, so that you can jump in while we're rebuilding those teams a little bit. We would totally appreciate that. I also want to let you know that we are rebuilding Next Steps, and in the midst of that, I want you guys to be thinking about the fact that we are trying to engage people in Super Bowl serving, in joining groups, that type of thing right now, while we're rebuilding it. And offering next steps for people to join, to get into groups and that type of thing, and to get into regular serving. Eventually, our goal is to make those new guests heroes and wanting to join our team because it's going to impact their life personally. So we're going to grow to that, and it's not going to just be an FI thing. This is a whole team thing as we move into that. So I want you guys to know that that's coming, and as we get to that place, we're going to update you on that. But think of Next Steps is something for all of us to engage people on our team to be a part of groups and serving on a regular basis. Well, this month we are trying to throw 10 house parties in new neighborhoods, not the 4 that we've been focusing on, across our city to invite more of our neighbors to this month's series of weekend services and to Super Bowl. And so we've sent out some information to some of our friends that we think could host with us, and some of you as staff. And if you have interest in doing that, we'd love for you to be a part of it. But this is what it'll look like. You get a kit that has a yard sign and the materials you need to host a party in your home or a local place where you can tell the adults a little bit more about Crossroads. You can have the kids doing an activity around their parents that helps them have a flavor of Kids Club, and you have the opportunity to give them something that invites them back to our weekend series and or to Super Bowl this month. And we're excited about doing that. The goal, the people that we want to invite are your neighbors who might come to your house and learn about that before they would just come to church on their own. So think about those people next door, in your neighborhood, at your school, that you would want to invite to that. And get to me as soon as possible if you're wanting to host one of those parties, because our kits are being made as we speak. And I have yard signs in my office. So if you're on staff in Oakley and you don't have a yard sign yet, get to my office and get one. Get it out in your front yard. I want them up through Super Bowl. Our Mad Tree event, the next event that we're planning, is January 18th. That is for people who attended the VIP room and maybe haven't come to Crossroads yet. We're buying their first beer on January 18th to talk to them a little bit more and invite them back for services. I think that's it on our list for this week. You guys, you're doing a fabulous job. Oakley is an amazing place, and we have people coming back and filling this place up, and we're excited to be on the team with you. So have a great week. This weekend's going to be awesome.